Let's get more on Liverpool. They'll find out their Champions League last 16 opponents this lunchtime, but the focus for Arne Slot is on tomorrow's game against West Ham United. Right, Charlie, we had the news conference a few minutes ago from Arne Slot. No Florian Wirtz. How much of a blow is that, considering the form he's found?
Yeah, I think it's a blow. Of course it is. Liverpool are performing, and listen, they're on that run, but that coincides with how well he's performed himself. And he's stepped up Wirtz now into the play. I guess that what Liverpool expected to almost happen straight off the bat, but it didn't. For me, he's going to be a big miss. But Liverpool have got the squad. It's a disappointing moment for the club and the player, but Liverpool have got the squad to try and push on.
Do you expect Liverpool to finish in the top 5 and get into the Champions League? And what happens if they don't?
Well, I expect them to, yes, because that has to be a bare minimum to get in the Champions League. That is the bare minimum for Liverpool Football Club. So I expect them to get in there, and they need to finish the season strong, continue on this form. If they don't get in there, then that could unfortunately open a whole issue again regarding the manager, regarding players leaving, and then attracting players. Regardless of the squad that they've got and the money they spent this summer just gone, you've still got to keep the squad fresh. And players come and go, that happens. But it's easier to attract players to Liverpool Football Club when you've got Champions League. You can't just have Liverpool Football Club, Europa League. It needs to be Champions League football.
Well, they've got West Ham at home on Saturday, then Chelsea, who are currently 5th, are away at Arsenal on Sunday. Let's get a Liverpool fan now.
Analysis has partnered with Sky Sports to empower fan opinion. On the Analysis app, you share your player ratings, your manager ratings, and your opinions on everything to do with your club, so that Sky Sports can put fan opinion at the heart of their football coverage. Scan the QR code to download the Analysis app.
And the Liverpool fan is Conor Ray. Good morning to you, Conor. Liverpool have actually been in good form, 5 wins in 6 in all competitions. Has the positivity returned?
It's certainly better than it was. I'm not sure, with the run of 6 losses in 7, 8 and 9, whatever it was, I'm not sure it could have got any worse. So it's definitely better than it was. I'd say positive, tentatively. Yeah, I think the goal against Forest last week was massive, absolutely massive for that. It's a very different feeling around the club again if we haven't won that game, especially because we deserved nothing out of it. This stage of the season, I think the important thing is to just keep putting points on the board. I think the performances and the manner of the victories, as long as they're victories, will start to be questioned less and less because we're coming to the crunch time of the season, aren't we?
That speaks volumes, Con, because last week, let's be brutally honest, the performance was woeful. Yeah, it was a woeful performance, but it doesn't, because of the result. We 1-1-0 and you get the 3 points and move on, so you put a line through it and you have that conversation now. But because of the position Liverpool are in and fighting to get in them Champions League places, it's the results that matter more than the performances, because, again, last week was far from impressive.
Yeah, 100%. And you're absolutely right, Charlie. If we haven't won that game, if we've drawn it or we've lost it, which, looking at that first half performance, we deserve to lose as well based on that. It's a very, very different conversation this week about the manager, about the squad, about how much we're going to miss Wirtz as well. I think that was a huge loss against Forest. And having just heard he's missing tomorrow as well, I think he'll be a huge loss against West Ham as well.
Well, your next games, let's have a look at them, actually. We can see your next 6. But West Ham, who currently, in the relegation zone, you've got Wolves, currently bottom of the league, Tottenham, who are in a relegation battle, and Brighton, who haven't been so great this second half of the season so far. They're your next 4 games. What are you expecting from those 4 games? At the end of it, will you be feeling confident that you are definitely going to finish in the Champions League places?
If we've taken 12 points from it, then yeah, I'll be feeling a lot more confident.
Do you expect 12 points?
Say again, sorry?
Do you expect 12 points?
Yeah, I think we have to. If we're serious about getting Champions League football and the squad we've got, as Charlie mentioned before and all the rest of it, it's Champions League qualification for Liverpool is the bare minimum. I think the conversation shifted naturally because of the form we've been in. But if we're not getting fourth place, and to be honest, getting fourth place comfortably, then it's been a failure of a season. I don't really think we can be dressing that up any other way.
I don't think you can dress it up anyway, Connor, because you think we're out of title race straight away. Then the next four, it has to be 12 points. Let's not get away from the fact that it's Liverpool Football Club and need Champions League football. So if you're getting in there, they need to win the next four. We haven't got a standout game in there. You think, oh, this is a top one. They're going for the same battle. You're looking at it and you're playing West Ham, and you're playing Spurs, teams that are down the bottom that are nowhere near us in quality. And now it's all about Liverpool just getting and trying to cement Champions League football, because again, if that doesn't happen, it has been an absolute failure of a season.
100%, yeah, couldn't agree more. The concerning thing about those four games, I suppose, is that all four of those teams are sort of fighting for their lives as well, right?
That shouldn't be enough, though, Connor. That shouldn't be enough to beat Liverpool.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. But we've seen, haven't we, already this season with the type of performances that we're putting in. If we turn up like we did against Brighton the other week in the FA Cup, great, we're going to blow all four of them away, no problem. If we turn up like we did against Forest first half, then I worry because they're going to want it more than we will potentially as well.
Yeah, the Opta predictor actually does have you down as finishing fourth. And I know that's what you are aiming for now that you've just mentioned. But Mo Salah, let's talk about him. 9 Premier League games without a goal. Should he be dropped?
Not for me. I think it goes back to the November issue as well, right? For me, it comes down to what standards do we hold him to. Salah's very much been a victim of his own success this season, because we're all expecting him to replicate the season he had last season when he dragged us kicking and screaming to the title at times. You compare him to other wingers in the league this season, and he's not having as bad a season as it looks kind of week to week. His output has been comparable to wingers that other people are saying are having a decent season or a good season in parts as well. I think so. It's about what stands we hold him to. If we're taking into account that he's a world-class winger and he's capable of the numbers that he had last year when we won the league, then you can't drop him because he's capable of those moments as a player. If we're saying that he's an average winger now and that's all we expect of him, then I think there are other players in the team that should be dropped ahead of him, especially for Rio, Engamoa and the likes. I said Gakpo should have been dropped ahead of Salah back in November, and I stand by that now as well.
But Conor, we know this as well, and football fans do. He's a world-class winger. He's a world-class winger. He's a victim of his own success, of what he's done over the years at Liverpool Football Club. He's a talisman. He still is. For as long as he's at that football club, he will be the talisman that everybody looks to get Liverpool out of a sticky situation. Rio Engamoa has got a massive future ahead, and the bits that he's showing so far and what he showed at the weekend was phenomenal. What people do need to understand is games open up in the last 20 minutes in the Premier League, and it's a very different game from the start. So at the moment, what Rio Engamoa is doing is a phenomenal job for Liverpool, because he's playing his part to Mo Salah.
Yeah. OK, right, fair enough. Well, good luck tomorrow, Connor, and good luck for the rest of the season as well, and, of course, in the Champions League draw too.